As always, thank you to the members of the channel. Subscribe to my second channel. Link is in the description.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a good one because not only are we working with Thomas Wooden Railway, the by far, by a mile, best Thomas & Friends merchandise line, we are also having Colin the Crane, the actual prop from Thomas the Tank Engine within this layout, to be featured in episode 28 of my Thomas Wooden Railway series. It's going to be a very fun episode to write, film, and to even watch. So let's start the tour at Tidmouth Sheds. One quick note, I did not use all of my track and or destinations and pieces for this layout. This is in my train room. I could have moved the layout into another room in my apartment, but I chose to keep it in this room because it is fully carpeted, and Thomas Wooden Railway belongs on carpet. But also one more thing, I have been selling off some of my Thomas Wooden Railway items in the last 3 to 4, 5, 6 months. I'm not too sure, but my collection is now more sweet and concise. So I do have some rolling stock missing, pieces missing from previous layout videos and or series episodes. Anyways, starting with the tour. Here we have a brand new roundhouse. I did sell my old one, so this is the current one. This was brand new in the box. I've had it brand new for about a year now. Finally using it in this video. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So here we have Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twin engines, looking fantastic. Then we have a White Roof Rusty at the sheds. Here we have a workman, driver, and or fireman. Percy is here as well. And yes, I have the narrow gauge engines with the standard gauge engines because that is what Thomas Wooden Railway truly is and is all about. I like to have fun, unlike a lot of you guys who would say, oh, you need a separate line or separate layout or railway for them. No, you don't. Just like I do not need a display case for Colin. He can sit on my floor. He is very happy there. And then we have some more resting areas for the engines, the brown turntable, with a special engine shed, my only one remaining in my collection. I will be keeping this one, of course. Looks fantastic. Then we have Diesel in the shed, Diesel 261 in a siding, looking gorgeous. Then we have the Fat Controller himself, George the Steamroller off to the side. And then we also have two trees off to the right of the sheds. And then we have Derek and a siding as well on the other side of the brown turntable. Harold is here as well. And then off to this side, we have Brendam Docks. So here's an overview of that. Outside of the docks, we have James the Red Engine, 1996. Mint condition. Beautiful. Nothing beats that OG classic James face on all of the OG merchandise. So here you have the work shed. A must for Brendam Docks for me. And then let me spin around so I can show you guys Cranky and Oliver and Arthur. So here we have Mattel Cranky, one of the only Mattel and Fisher-Price items left in my collection. So like I said, here's the work shed. Then we have Arthur and Oliver working at Brendam Docks right now. We have the Sodor Bay tugboat. This line just goes into the ocean. A classic way to have Brendam Docks set up. One line, at least one line going into the ocean to create for some fun scenarios. Cranky is unloading or loading some cargo into Arthur's trucks. Arthur has another cargo car back there. Oliver, 1998 Oliver, has the re-release version of Scruffy and then Toad. The most basic trio, Oliver, Scruffy, and Toad, that everyone uses in their Thomas Wooden Railway layout videos. And so here I am today using that exact trio. So here we have the Gristmills Well, part of Brendam Docks. This area turned out very nicely. And now we come to Wellsworth Yard, or just a yard outside of Wellsworth Station. It's just easier to call it Wellsworth Yard. So we have Stepney working in the yard right now. He has Fred, the orange coal car. Old slow coach is in a siding, not being used. Then we have a workman working here. We have Lorry 1 and his flatbed. piece of blue cargo. Butch is back here as well, helping out. And then we have the Arlesdale barrel loader, the original. Very nice piece. Really do enjoy it. The barrel car, some barrels. So yeah, this is the Wellsworth yard with a T-switch, so you really can shunt the trucks and put them where they need to be. So I think this area turned out fantastic as well. And now we come to Wellsworth Station, and I'll give you a better view of Edward and Bertie when we go back around. But Edward has 2 express coaches. This is a reference from the season 2 episode, Bertie's Chase, an episode I did a custom story set on. It is one of my favorite season 2 episodes. One of my favorite Thomas episodes, really. Such a good one. Really good music in it. Then we have 2 passengers off to the side. And now we come to the Arched Viaduct with the classic, iconic, everyone's favorite engine, the 2003 Henry. Mint condition, one of my favorite engines in my collection of all time, really. Just fantastic. Really cannot say enough about this Henry. I give more respect to Henry than Mattel and Hit Entertainment ever did. You know what? Even Andrew Brenner, that guy wrote Henry to be afraid of water itself. Unbelievable. What a moron. Terrible writing. Anyways, I cannot stand the Henry disrespect. It's gone on for too long. And yeah, we're going to treat him, we treat him right over here on this channel. So anyways, 2 trees down below the viaduct. We also have the 1992 Black Wheel Terrence, mint condition. Trevor is here as well. So this area turned out very nicely. Henry has got his log car, a milk tanker, a gray troublesome truck, the last one remaining in my collection, and then the original troublesome brake van from 1992. And so now we come to the double wide old iron bridge. Very nice piece. I do love the red color. I love that we have these 2 tracks here. I do have V-switches to make it easier to use within a layout, but it still does take advantage of the 2 tracks. As you can see, we have Henry on one line and Spencer on the other. Spencer, in fact, has broken down, not broken down, but he has come to a halt because he has run out of water, just like he did in season 7 on Gordon's Hill. I must have a leaky tank. So Spencer is stuck on the viaduct, ran out of water. Very nice. Duke and Duchess's coach, a piece I was after for such a long time until I got the Edward the Great set, a set I made a video on a few months back. Very good set, very nice exclusive pieces in it as well. And now we come to the OG original windmill. Now this windmill is not the one that I used previously in all of my videos and Thomas Wooden Railway layouts and episodes. I had a one that was more used that I sold away, and this one is brand new condition. As you can see, the wood is just crisp. It looks beautiful. So we'll set that down right there. The windmill is off to the side of the viaduct. And now we come to this shed over here. This shed is not Thomas Wooden Railway. It is a shed my girl got me for my birthday, so just a simple engine shed that can house 2 engines. Really does fit in with the rest of these items as well. Maybe not exactly, but it's not too bad. So in the shed, we have 2 of the season 7 crew, Murdoch and Harvey. Sir Topham Hatt's car is off to the side. Now, even though that season is pretty bad, it did give us some sick engines, so I love seeing Murdoch and Harvey next to each other. Gives me some childhood memories of watching season 7 when it was coming out. So now it is time to take a look at the area of the layout that has Colin the Crane. Now let me go back here and try and give you guys a better angle. So here's Colin. I did change Colin's face. As you can see, he now has his surprised expression. I also ordered sticky tack. I ordered brand new black circle stickers to put on his eyes. So Colin will be getting upgrades very soon. Actually, tomorrow, I'll have a much easier method of taking off and putting on Colin's faces. So this face looks really good, though. He just looks surprised. Just so cool. We have a real Thomas the Tank Engine prop within this Thomas Wooden Railway layout. And if you didn't see in my previous video, we did get the hook onto Colin, put on properly, looks really good. So Colin is almost complete. Obviously, he's not wired, he's not powered, but other than that, really nice. So this is just still so mind-blowing. This is like childhood dream come true. A real Thomas prop within, you know, a layout I made. That is a dream come true. So again, here is Colin the Crane, going to be featured in the next episode of my Thomas Wooden Railway series. So here we have a workman on Colin, and this is just an example of how big Colin really is. I guess these workmen are to scale with Colin the Crane, so that's pretty cool. So down below, we have OG Sir Handle. I did get rid of my previous Sir Handle. So here is the 1997 Sir Handle. Very beautiful. Then we have Ada, Jane, and Mabel with Peter Sam in the back there. They're both taking on this heavy passenger train. So Colin's section really is just a circle oval with some switches. It worked out really well though, because it connects to Knapford Station, the other parts of the layout. So it worked out very nice. It's a good way for engines to really loop around the layout, I guess. So it worked out. Now we have Gray Roof, original Boko. So he has got a sort of fuel and tar tanker. Another trees here. And then we have Duke, who is just chilling outside of Knapford Station in the yard with Colin. And then at Knapford Station, the only terminal line here, we have 1994 Round Roof Duck with Annie and Clarabelle, a Season 2 reference. Very nice seeing Duck at Knapford Station with some coaches. Now I'm going to step back just a little bit to show you guys the rest of the layout. So one thing I did forget was to show you Edward and Bertie at Wellsworth. So here is tired out Edward and then Bertie. But again, this Edward came in the Edward the Great set. This would have been so good to have for my custom story set. A tired out Expression Edward. So again, here is Wellsworth Station. Nothing too special. So now we move on to the Wellsworth Crossing, which connects Knapford Station to the Wellsworth yard, I guess. So that worked out. I'm just making sure I didn't bump anything too bad as I was moving around. I think we're good. So at Knapford Station, we have Bulgy the bus, who is going to be waiting at the crossing for Gordon, Grand Express engine of the island. He has the Knapford Express coach. But anyways, here is an overview of the Knapford Station area. I will give you guys a better look over here. So here we have the single stone tunnel off to the side of Tidmouth Sheds and the resting area of the layout. Now we come to Elizabeth, who is probably arguing with Thomas. Here we have the Out of Puff Thomas from 1998 that came with the Thomas and Bertie's Great Race story pack. So Thomas has the sort of mail coach and then the NW brake van, the Spiteful brake van that the Scottish twins have had enough of. So here's this area. I put a cargo crane here because I like the idea of, you know, having a Knapford yard, you know, outside of it or just near it. So I really liked having the cargo crane here. And then at Knapford Station, this is the Talking Railway Knapford Station, by the way. So here we have Toby. Toby has got Henrietta. And then Annie and Clarabelle are right there. Here's the station master on platform number 4. And so yeah, Knapford Station, a very gorgeous piece. So that is the entirety of this Thomas Wooden Railway layout. A layout featuring the Colin the Crane from season 12 of Thomas the Tank Engine. So I've been talking for a long time. My voice is about to go, but I want to thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for episode 28 of my Thomas Wooden Railway series featuring Colin the Crane. And yeah, the return of my series in general. So if you're a fan of my previous episodes, for sure check out episode 28. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.